That's a little embarrassing. We're only 13% of the way through. Now, mind you, this is not a 100% playthrough. It never was. Because, honestly, I don't know where 100% of the items are. And even if I did, that'd probably be a bit much for what we're just trying to do, which is experience the Prime trilogy leading up to the release of Prime 4, which is December 4th. My new national holiday. This is effectively my birthday stream, because this is the last time I'm going to be streaming as a 29-year-old. That's right, I am old and decrepit. And nothing will change that. And immediately we have some space pirate lore. Oh. Is this about me or Dark Samus? Log 06.713.5. The Dark Hunter teleports into the base at will. Our security has proven next to useless against her. Her latest raid was disastrous. Not only did we lose more Phazon to her, but she also crippled the stealth field generator with her strange new weapons. We are exposed. Until the replacement generator arrives, we will be vulnerable to scans and detection. Our presence here is still minimal. Should the Federation find us, we will be unable to defend our position. Fortunately, Aether is on the fringe of Federation space. With luck, we will have a stealth field back in effect before being detected. If I wanted to do a special stream for my birthday, it wouldn't be this. It wouldn't be something I was already in the middle of. I would have to devise something special for just that one day. Which I could do. I'm just saying, it won't be this. Oh, I'm being fired on. And they missed me. I was standing completely still and they missed me. Insert overused stormtrooper joke here. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, that's important. Uh-oh. Do you hear this ambience? It's Dark Samus! Yeah, we need a dark beam for that. Maybe she'll be nice. I mean, she's feeding off of Phazon, so probably not. Hi. Of course, Light Samus doesn't speak much either, so a conversation is unlikely. You know, if we're gonna have a Dark Samus in this game, you'd think she'd be the final boss. Dark Samus. Phazon-powered entity. Powerful distance attacks. Phazon energy shield repels all weapons. Wait until it is down to attack. Avoid close contact with target. Let's just ignore the fact that it says Dark Samus 1 and there's more scans of her to come. I'm surprised this isn't the final boss. Scans indicate the presence of Phazon and your genetic material within this entity. She wears a version of the Varia suit, altered and augmented by the Phazon within her. Primary weapons include the missile launcher and a scattershot variant of the power beam. Boost and jump abilities are superior to yours. The ability to generate phase-on energy shields is also present. Well, I'm glad you got here early. I wouldn't want you to miss this. She's pretty hard to track onto. Oh, there we go. Wait, I don't have super misses yet, do I? No, I don't. Wait, no, I remember when you get them. Yeah, you're not supposed to have them yet. Her health bar is going down pretty fast, at least. But yes, it is comforting to know that the space pirates are not in cahoots with Dark Samus. Yeah. Imagining an evil version of you leading a platoon of your greatest adversaries. That would really suck. Although, much like the Ings, you can call into question whether she really is quote-unquote evil, because it's not as if she knows the difference between good and evil and is actively choosing to harm good people. It's probably more like she just doesn't know at all. That the only instincts she has are for, you know, self-enrichment and destruction of all who would not cooperate. She's not taking this defeat very well. Well. Alright, well, there goes that evil doppelganger. Remember, this game takes place before Metroid Fusion, so this won't be the last Samus... Thank you for that. This won't be the last Samus sees of evil versions of herself. There's also the SAX is coming up. Oh, how convenient. That elevator takes me to the one door I can actually open, and there's a weapon that I can use to get out of here. But first... Log 06.989.8. The local war has escalated in intensity. The Shadowlings from Dark Aether have launched an offensive. The assault seems focused on a central network of buildings atop a mountain. A base, perhaps. Strangely, this attack coincides with a rise in planetary instability. Perhaps these shadow creatures are using a new weapon system. The Shadowlings must believe us to be foes, for they have hit our base numerous times as well. We are holding, but attrition is taking its toll on our troops and resources. Reinforcements are en route. We can only wait and defend what is ours. Which isn't much, because you guys are space pirates. What is yours is actually what belongs to other people. You're just taking it from them. That milk tastes weird. Like, how much strawberry syrup did I put into it? Because it feels like I'm drinking the loose strawberry syrup. Like, it tastes less like strawberry milk and more like just just like drinking strawberry syrup straight out of the can after having brushed my teeth. Sap? I suppose that's a word you could use. Metroid brood generation underway. Protocol 3 in effect until further notice. Exercise extreme caution when dealing with the birthing or storage of newborns. Remember, infant Metroids are not pets. Oh, this is right before I got here. Log 07.013.6. Another disaster. The transport bringing our reinforcements and supplies has been shot down. It was engaged in orbit by a Federation vessel, which has landed near the alien temple. It's only a matter of time before the Marines attack. Survivors from our ship have made their way to our base. Here, we shall make our stand. Another enemy. First the Shadowlings, then the Dark Hunter, and now the Galactic Federation Marine Corps. Perhaps fate will smile upon us, before the world itself opens its maw and swallows us. Need the light beam to get out that door. But that's fine, because we're not going that way anyway. Pirate Grenadier! They're not very big threats. Space Pirate specializing in grenade combat. Powerful grenade launcher makes them dangerous at range, minimal close combat ability. Told you they weren't big threats. Alright, anyway, what we want to be doing is this. Dark World Portal is pretty self-explanatory. That funky, dark-looking area that we saw just before facing Dark Samus, that actually is symbolic. That right there is an exit point from the Dark World, but it's not a place you can go through the Dark World, you know? It's a one-way exit. That looks important. Because it is. Dark Preed. I don't know if we ever actually see Preeds. They were called Puffers in Metroid Prime 1. That would be another space pirate. High velocity impact, like say the boost ball? Uh-oh. Yeah, if you hit a crystal with a dark beam, it becomes nullified. Charge beam can fix it. I'm only doing that for the scanning purposes, as you can see. Phazon! It's an element, huh? How many protons in that nucleus? Volatile ore with biomutagenic properties. Origin point of Phazon unknown. First detection of element on planet Talon 4. Used by space pirates to produce vast levels of energy. Bioforms exposed to Phazon without proper shielding will eventually undergo radical mutation. There it is. It's pretty. But you don't want to touch it. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're dealing with a fate that perhaps even the space pirates don't deserve. Oh, well, maybe they do. But it is something they were unprepared for, there's no doubt about that. Anyway, that's just there for you. To let you know, okay, well, these are the things you need to be looking out for. The first one always should be a gimme. Oh, hey, Dark Splinters. Ow. Right, this is the exit point. Oh, there's that 50. That 50 count. Remember how I said instead of there just being a 10, 20, and 100, there's a 10, 30, 50, and 100 in this one. Ing. If you're really frivolous and you just blow up those Phazon crates, you're in for a world of hurt. Undergoing parasitic fusion when its heart failed. Because yes, the warrior Ings can actually do that. They can just decide, you know what, I want to possess that body, and they'll do it. A very cracked wall. Secondary Denzium, I like that. So while it was forming, an extra, combination of elements kind of just snuck their way in and changed the overall makeup of it. As a geologic process. More space pirates. Yeah, unfortunately, while we're still relatively unprotected from Dark Aether, there will be some points where it probably behooves you to just stay in here for a while. But since I'm streaming, that's good, because it allows me to read chat and see that Devontae Adams is feeling good. Hooray! Boop. That probably means, yep, we can scan this too. This does get a little old, I'll fully admit. Woo! Milestone. Missile door. Save point. I think that's the same thing the last guy died from. Anyway, now that I've saved, allow me to demonstrate just how much damage these Phazon crates can do. You want to see me die in a save room? So notice that I have 399 energy. Yeah, they do a lot of damage. More Phazon. Another gross hole to go through. It's the Phazon site. Well, every region has 3 keys that you need to grab in order to progress and retrieve all the energy. Some rooms have 3 keys within themselves. Oh yeah, caught in a Phazon explosion, which I just demonstrated to you. Well, I should be far enough away. Just make them a non-issue. Yeah, they're not keys so much as they are... Well, they are, because they unlock things. Ah! Wait, actually, I think behind these crates there's another one. We don't need a cutscene. Alright, what happened to this guy? Another phazon explosion? Oh. Oh. Oh, that's a Space Pirate Commando. We just didn't want to deal with all the, phazon around him. A mix of light and dark energy may damage it. AKA pretty much the last unique item you'll get in the game. See, here's a little bit of BS. For a little bit of, like, BS cheese proof. There's local interference. You gotta be right up next to it. That really doesn't require a cutscene. Inglaws. So the Inglaw secretes an incredibly durable shell over itself shortly after birth. From that moment on, it remains rooted in place. For Cecil. The creature feeds on the flotsam floating in the atmosphere of dark ether and produces waste in the form of a toxic dark vapor. Oh, no, those are just regular creatures from the light world that are here in the dark world. They latch onto these light force fields because, well, I mean, they're moths. Of course they want the light. More phazon. More night barbs. Carpal tunnel.
That's the last straw. I've had enough of this nasty behavior.
What, carpal tunnel? Nah, I know what you're referring to. Really? Oh, that's nice. Once you shrink the platforms, they start glowing with light energy. Wait, that door I was in before, that wasn't even an exit point either. I gotta count that as forgetting where things are. Light beam! And another dead creature. That, I think, is a Luminoth. Remember, the Luminoths have been waging their own war with the Ings in the Dark World. Yeah, Phazon and Dark Aether are one heck of a combination. sure I didn't miss anything in terms of the bot games. Oh, wait, no, that's right. I need to add one to this. That's why I had to put the controllers down. See, that's the thing, when you turn 30, is you'll start doing something, it literally only takes 2 seconds for you to forget why you're doing it. And shooting them with light beams also requires its own. Yeah, thankfully, the ammo does not require its own logbook entry. Nothing like shooting your enemy in the eye with pure light. You see, shooting a light crystal with a light beam, any darkling in the area is just insta-fried. And there's nothing you can do. Wow, it melts and then it explodes? Jeez. Unfortunately, you don't gain health any quicker in an enhanced force field. Preed. That's so brutal. Again, I know what's coming, and I know that it's probably best that I stay here for a little while. This is a battleground. Or the central mining station if you happen to be on the light world. Ooh, good for you. Hey, Key! Well, shoot. Guess I'll have to fight my way out of this one. Ings! Don't worry, you don't actually have to fight 4 of them at once. Wait, that's actually a logbook entry? Creature is virtually indestructible and can only be undone by killing the ing that commands it. Ugh. See, there's that body possession. Symbiotic possession attempt failed. Yeah, you only gotta fight 2 of them at once. And I'm just letting them try to possess my body. Probably not the best move I've ever made. Ow! Could you stop doing that? Of course, that green door is opened by a super missile, which again, I don't have yet. You may have noticed by now that the light beam controls and acts more or less exactly like the plasma beam did in Metroid Prime 1. Not exactly, but close enough. And it deals, you know, high temperature damage. Similarly, the dark beam deals low temperature damage, not unlike the ice beam. But there's absolutely no use using the dark beam against beings of darkness. It does hurt them, yes. But why would you do that when you could be throwing their natural enemy against them? Well, I guess that was the aim that controlled them. And just like that, we have two out of the 3 keys. We've barely even started the session. I want that. Thank you. That encounter may actually have been slightly more dangerous than the Space Jump Guardian fight. Ooh. Darkling tentacles. Dimension warping? Wait, what? Darkling will open warps and attempt to grapple enemy to... Ooh, wow. They can't be destroyed, but they can be slapped away with the light beam, I guess. Before they slap you away. Okay, I'm running almost out of light beam. There we go, thank you. One issue, though. I can't go back the same way I came. That was also a one-way exit. However, I do believe that there was a portal, not there, but not too far away there. Oh, no, there's the portal. Eh. There is somewhat of a rubbernecking system in this game where, like, once you get a little low on energy, the energy pickups you earn are usually better. Which, if there was a Metroid game where there should be that kind of rubbernecking, it'd be this one because, you know, the atmosphere alone can hurt you. Thank you, Nukem. And look where we are. can't remember. Is this door accessible? I don't think it is. No, we need the, I think we need the spider ball to be able to access that yellow, that white door. No. No, you didn't. Oh, right. I'm in the wrong room. No, he didn't. You're responding to me. I have no idea where you're getting that. Yeah, using the charged dark beam is very effective on, you know, regular enemies here in the light world. Oops. If you can actually hit them. Hey, I don't remember. Is that a room we've been to? Yes, it is. I believe this is the room we want to leave. Actually, no, it isn't. The room right above it is what we want. That's just the robots trying to freak you out. Pay no mind to them, DRN. Alright, so here's something you absolutely should do. Wait, hang on. That might be scannable. Oh, it's a portable generator. And that's exactly what that is over there. And there's that one. And that one. Uh-oh, they didn't like that. Wait, did you just reject my missile? Technician report 07.201.01. The wind energy systems are online. I've managed to build a modest supply of reserve power, but I doubt it'll last. All of these trips to the Dark World are taking a huge toll on the energy supply. We'll see how they feel about these stupid expeditions when the cooling system shuts off and the power latrines go offline. And that's the end of the Space Pirate logs. Yeah, their involvement in this game is not nearly as much as it was in Prime 1. Here we go, 2 hunters. Log 07.159.9. This is obviously the most recent one. Another hunter. wearing the traditional colors of Samus Aran, made planetfall today. Horrific as it may sound, there are 2 of them now. We are bracing for a new assault. Huh? This dire turn of events may bear some goodwill. One of our scouts in Dark Aether saw a curious encounter. The Dark Hunter attacked the one clad as Samus near a Phazon site. Perhaps they are not allies, but foes. Perhaps we can forge an alliance with the Dark Hunter, in exchange. Phazon for the head of our common enemy. Sorry. Well, that'd be something. I wonder if that'll happen in Metroid Prime 3. But yeah, that's why we really needed to be here. Because 50 dark beam and light beam ammo is a joke. Oh, here's another key bearer. These key bearers get... The lore behind these key bearers can get very dark. My journey comes to an end. The thrice-cursed Ing prepared an ambush of singular cunning in the mining station. They caught me in it like a neophyte fresh from the training halls. I have sent 5 score of their number to whatever foul pit they call afterlife, but in vain. My life is extinguished. So yeah, whenever you scan a key bearer, what you need to do is go to the Dark World version of the room that they're currently standing in. And if you forget what room that is, that's why there's that highlighted text to remind you of where you should be looking. So it's all well thought out. I mean, it's Metroid. It would never not be well thought out. I do believe that the 3rd key is right in front of the temple itself. I do believe our next destination should be... No, not that. We need to go back to the temple. Or, I mean, the portal. That portal. Yeah. Wait, what? Since when was there a Seeker missile door there? It's on the bottom, right? Yeah, bottom. Ah! Sand! Snad! War Wasps. Yeah, this is a rare downgrade in the enemies that you face in the room after having been here before. It was the space pirates, even dark space pirates. Now it's just bugs. If you're proactive, you don't even need to fight them. Yeah, thankfully you can just press the B button and you won't have to see the portal generation scene again. Wait, what? Wow. Like, it looks as if some of that syrup did actually sink to the bottom. How'd that happen? I'm glad this Metroid Prime 2 stream has a milk subplot. Okay, what we could use here is some missiles. There's some. Heck. There's that purple skybox. Now it's just constantly rotating. Yep, here we go. Virtual Boy! You recognize, of course, that super missile door over there. That's where we got that second key. But this is where we want to go. Virtual Boy World. Okay, I'm having too much fun. Yes, this is the Dark Agon Temple. We have 2 out of the 3 keys, but as I said, key number 3 is closer than you might think. It's right here. Nice going, Ings. If you're wondering about the key bearer that I keep talking about, those are different keys. You might remember that those were keys to the final boss. This is just the boss of this area. You can already get a good look at him there. It's a desert. There's a lot of worms in this desert. And that right there, my friend, is the worm to end all worms. Why did the second one go in third? Why is that tilting me? Target is a biogenerated power sphere. Sphere provides dark energy to the Amorbus. Xenotech detected in sphere. Sphere is impervious to weapons. Xenotech as in foreign tech, as in Chozotech, as in Samus abilities. Amorbus. Gigantic tunneling guardians. Avoid target as it enters and leaves the earth. Look for disturbances in the ground. Target cannot survive for long if its outer shell is cracked. The enormous Amorbus can move through solid rock and earth with ease and can sense the location of surface-level prey deep within the ground. They will attempt to ram any target they can find in their domain. They are vulnerable to all forms of weapons fire, but are incredibly strong and resistant to pain. Funny enough, I think, that the Dark Beam is quite effective. If you can hit him. I might be thinking of a different boss. This basically plays out like a first-person shooter version of one of the early bosses in Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. So much so that I now refer to that boss as Amorbus. Even though that probably isn't its name. This is its own entity. Dark Amorbus! Dark energy charged guardians. Targets gain armor, beam weapon, and regenerative powers when fused to the dark sphere. Weak spot within mouth detected. Concussive force will deliver heavy damage to it. You know what that's code for? I'll show you what that's code for. It is code for let it eat you when you're a morphing ball. You remember the Queen Metroid in another Metroid 2 remake, right? So we've done this before. Was it the Dark Beam? I know there was a boss that the Dark Beam was really effective against. Was it this one? I don't know. I'm already questioning myself. It's pretty effective to just use regular weapons, too. Ah! How am I that unobservant? There they are. There's that beam weapon they talked about. You can't do any damage to them when they do this. You just gotta dodge. Now you can start doing damage again. And then once you get it down to one head, they can't do that move ever again. Oh, shoot. Light beam actually can't regenerate that. Alright, phase 3. That's why it's called Amorbus, because it protects an orb. But what's actually in that orb? Is it orb? It said there was Xenotech. I mean, it can't just be the Morphing Ball, because we never actually lost the Morphing Ball in this one. Things get a little hectic when there's 3 of them diving in and out of the ground. I wouldn't call this a hard fight, though. There's only so much damage you can inflict in one, you know, on one worm. On one lunge. That should do it. Hooray for Brock Purdy! Ow. How did that not... Worm! I told you this was the worm to end all worms. Still not that challenging. Oh my god, I'm actually dying. But so is he. A Morbus isn't really the big threat. The threat is the atmosphere. Look at all those gnats. Orb! Okay, it wasn't nearly as violent as I feared. Nope, it's a whole new suit. Of which the orb is a part. But nope, this is the dark suit. Certainly a bit ungainly, but necessary. I mean, you've seen how much damage the atmosphere can do in a short amount of time. Take a look now. It goes down at pretty much the same rate as I pick it up from these beacons. It's almost a non-issue now. And I'll be taking your energy now, Ings. Here we go. Samus has always had Metroid abilities. Well before Metroid Dread. Oh, hey, I got all my energy back, which I guess makes sense because I absorb energy. Anyway, Skybox is now red. The game will actually not let you leave Agon Waste until you actually return the energy. Well, once you have the energy, you can't leave with it. There's a special effect on the door. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think these Ings might be mad at me. How did Dark Samus actually manage to kind of work with the Ings? They're cut from the same cloth, sure, but I don't think that cloth really works well with anything. Those tentacles have some real reach. No point wasting light beam ammo on the Inglets. They're really no threat. There's a threat. You might remember we've been in this room before with the Space Jump Guardian. Even the warrior Ings will just blow up once they're in an enhanced Luminoth field like this. Wait, this is not the right way, is it? Actually, wait, this is... No, I can't get that. There's an item that I have not acquired yet that is required to collect any temple keys. Well, any, big sky temple keys, anyway. Go. Uh-oh, space pirates. Just make sure these are regular ones. Okay, yeah. Yeah, even Darkling-possessed Outworlders can't handle an enhanced field like that. it wasn't clear, Darkling is the term they use for any creature that's possessed by the Ings. All of a sudden, we're going at a pretty good pace. We're getting things done, now that we're a little bit more comfortable with the area. Space pirates are not so comfortable, though. That big crack is made out of denzium, if you couldn't tell. And we do not have power bombs yet. Heck. Go! Oh my gosh. That wasn't me memeing you. That was genuinely me being stuck on, I don't even know. A root, probably. Wait, did I scan that? Okay, I did. You can press B to skip that little animation as well. It's not very clean about it, though, is it? Unlike the portal opening cutscene. Stretch! Hey, we're starting to return the climate of Aether back to normal. Nerf! Alright, you know what? Samus, gave me a pretty good idea. Maybe it's time for a stretch break. I have actually been sitting in this chair for almost an hour and a half now, so I'll see you in a minute or two. So yeah, dinner tonight is Costco lasagna, and I've already informed B-Ball that she can probably just put mine in the refrigerator and I'll just heat it up after the stream. I mean, it's very convenient and easy to do so, I don't mind. I'm not terribly hungry. Costco pizza. Costco anything is worth getting. Oh. When I actually go to Costco, we've gotten into the habit of going into the food court for hot dogs, and I get a chicken bake with it. Chicken bakes are so good there. Oh my gosh. I may actually have to stop getting the... Oh, wait, no. Wrong way. I may have to stop getting the hot dogs, though, unfortunately, because they are really, really difficult to get down my esophagus. Of course, what sucks is that they come with a free drink, and they taste good, so I might just keep getting them anyway. And just be really, really careful with them. Okay, I did get that one already. Just wanted to make sure. I've already sworn off flatbread at Subway and beef and cheddar at Arby's because I physically can't eat them without problems. Finally, we get to scan this. Sonic. Yeah, we won't see that until quite a while from now. End of next episode, maybe even episode 4. I'll take that. And away we go. Oh, there's a badge for Video Games Day. I know that was a little while back. Green crawlies. I probably should have just let that live. Dark Splinters, on the other hand, they're dying. before we head back to Umos... kind of want to go back here real quick. First of all, we can check up on our ship and its repair process. Here's the slogan of the Luminoth, by the way. Through vigilance and strength, we create peace. I don't know why we had to do this twice, but okay. How interesting that an entire intelligent race has a slogan. Humans don't have a slogan. Or do they? Alright, so the ship is still a little damaged. Live, laugh, love. Oh, well, you know what? That might be the closest thing we have to a slogan. I'll give you that. Oh, actually, yeah, we can do something here. Notice that it's purple? That means you got to use a light beam to move it. Now it's an extra platform. Now, we're not going to use this yet, but we have a key bearer here. That last hit breached my armor. The poison spreads. Though I have found the key, it is too late for me. Soon my light will fail. They know I am here. They will come to this site to plunder the key. My last stand shall be at the edge of the temple grounds. I only hope I have the strength to fight when they arrive. We are going to need that room a little bit later, but not right now. If we head back into the Galactic Federation hive, there might be stuff waiting for us there. Like a mini-boss. Deceased Galactic Federation soldier armed with missile launcher. Bioscans indicate terminated life signs in this trooper and the presence of an unknown biomass, but we're familiar with it by now. It's the Darklings. Eat fully charged light beam. This is not too difficult. And we'll take his missile launcher, thank you very much. It's nice to actually have to work for your missiles every now and then. Here we go. It's kind of hard to see where you're going when there's all this green mist. Worker splinters. Are they even corporeal? Uh-oh. Hey, it's a Grenchler. Right, and again, Galactic Federation troopers are not known for overkill. Wait, why am I even here? There's nothing to do here. I mean, there wasn't in it originally, but not right now. There is actually one more little place down here that I can go to that I couldn't before. You might remember that there was a that there was a little area with two morphing ball tunnels. One of them was open, and another one required a bomb, but I didn't have bombs. This one right here. Let's see what's inside. Go. There we go. Missiles! That'll certainly be helpful when I do have the, Oh yeah, this is the way out. When I do have the super missiles. Oh, does Nerf Scuttle not want to play poker? None of them ever stood a chance. Oh! Here's a guy I missed! I think Haley's losing it. He talks to himself all the time and he won't sleep. He almost shot me on the watch the other night. I think he thought I was one of those things. I talked to the doc about taking him off the line, and he told me we need all the help we can get. That's true. But if he goes berserk and kills a bunch of us, that won't be very helpful. Now we gotta go back and find Haley. That's why I saved him for last. What do you think this guy actually has to say in his data log? Wait, am I even going the right way? Oh, I am. Hey, Splinters. Really? Alright, I guess I'm not going to be showing you what Haley has to say. I'll just be going where the game wants me to go. Which is the Great Temple. Wait, that... Okay. Gotta make sure I get as many scans as I can. That's just how it be in a Metroid Prime game. I can't aim the Wiimote any higher. Anyway, Whee! The good kind of bugs. They're frolicking. I thank you for restoring energy to the Temple of Agon. Your valor honors the Luminoth, those who have passed, and those who remain here under my protection as they sleep in deep stasis. Be on guard, for the Ing do not suffer defeat lightly. They will surely seek revenge for your actions. With the energy lost from the desert region, they will increase their efforts in other lands. I have detected unusual amounts of Ing activity in the Torvus sector. The enemy is on the move. The swamplands of Torvus are treacherous, and can hinder you considerably. Bear this in mind as you move through the bog. Seek the Temple of Torvus. More knowledge awaits you there. May the light of Aether serve you well. And we're going here. Because we can't go there yet, because we can't scan that door. Oh look, Bomboos! Except they're not called Bomboos in this one. They're a rogue maintenance unit. And we don't even need the wave beam to destroy them. Huh. That's usually not urgent. Oh boy, this room. This is one of the rooms ever built. I think this first time is not so bad. They don't sick a particular enemy on you until later. Ah! It is kind of an arduous journey just to get to Torvus Bog. Yep, it's time for another... Whoa! It turned into a Super Smash Brothers pattern. Ing claws. Ing worms. Yeah, if there are any doorways in the light world that the Ings don't want you to use in the dark world, they'll cover them with ing worms. Yeah, as you can see, the ing claws have no effect once you've got the dark suit. And there aren't a whole lot of light beacons in this area, are there? So you better have that dark suit before coming here. Yeah, just like ions in Metroid Prime 1. Whoa. Thank you, Luminoth. It just occurred to me that all I really had to do was just go this way and play it straight up. I thought there was a certain order. I thought that there was a certain, like, most efficient order to do this, but no, it's true because that door will close on you. So I was actually right. Ready for a on rail section. The only one in the entire game. I like the visual detail of the light world, you know, the light being so small in comparison to the darkness that surrounds it. Really does a good job of displaying how little hope the Luminoth actually have left. Oh, crap. Yeah, we're breaking out the big artillery for this one. Because, my goodness, do those dark space pirates suck up your energy real quick. Grenadier. The Darklings never actually possess pirate grenadiers for some reason. Probably because they're just too weak. Oh. Oh, that's right. A little bit of water here for reasons. And here's Torvus. A verdant land ravaged by a great deluge and the folly of battle. We honor the life that remains. Wait. How long has this been here? I genuinely think this is the first time I've seen this. In time, the roar of a wounded planet subsided. The air, though foul, was breathable. Light made its way through the dark veil over our world. Slowly, we ventured out from the shelters of our homes to see what remained of our paradise. What little comfort we gained by surviving was soon shattered, for when we looked outward, all we saw was devastation. Half of the planet's energy had vanished from the energy controllers. Aether had become violently unstable as a result. Of the stellar object which struck our home, there was no sign. Which is a little bit weird after playing Metroid Prime 3. There should be a little something left behind. So there is a shortcut way back to Torvus Bog. Very good to know. And I missed. It's pretty... That could have used a little more work. But this is GameCube. What are you going to do? Just ignore the fact that I'm playing with a Wiimote and nunchuck. And the fact that the system that I'm playing on is actually a Wii U. Air purification. Bye. As you would expect, a lot of stuff to scan right away. A shredder? Wait a minute, this game has shredders and splinters? Somebody at Retro Studios is obviously a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan. They came to the lagoon in the night, delivering true death blows before I could detect them. As my life faded, I sent a call to the cadre to warn of the surprise attack. May they find my key and dispatch the Ing who killed me. Only then will my final rest be peaceful. Goodbye! Again. Another air purification system. I don't believe that I'm the one who does that. The major repairs, that is. This is a good spot to save. Not done yet, but it's a good save spot. Yeah, this can be slightly irritating. There's another little device that requires you to be right up next to it. Hidlings. Aquatic miniature herd animals, aka weapon ammo fodder. If you're a little low on dark or light beam ammo, that's what you want to see. They will get you your ammo back. By conventional terms, this is indestructible. Shriekers. And indeed, they can jump scare you a little bit. Oh, that's right, I need the sonic visor. Again. To keep track of these things. But, much like the Chozo Ghost, you can at least know where they are by looking at the color of your crosshair. They're not exactly strong. They're not impossible to take down or anything. Oh. Welcome to the Eye. Oh, nobody else joined me. What a shame. There we go. Well, navigating this part of Torvus just got a lot easier for future walkthroughs. I don't think these guys can give you your beam ammo. No, only the traditional upgrades. Oh, here we go. Here's that Grenchler that we saw earlier. Except this time alive. These are similar to baby she-goths. But maybe a little scarier. Water-based reptilian predator. Well armored and deadly at any range. Its back shell is vulnerable to explosive blasts, however. The amphibious Grenchler lurks in marsh areas in search of prey. Fearless, it will spring from hiding and attack anything that moves. If it is unable to fell its prey with its powerful jaws, it will fire a potent burst of energy at them. Grenchlers have one weak spot. A genetic defect makes the shell on their back susceptible to explosive blasts. Remove the shell to expose a vulnerable nerve center, then target it to eliminate the creature. Yeah, some scans are more direct than others. Only 2 legs. Actually, no, I think Dark Beam is better for this. Yeah, it is. These are just there for decoration. At least practically speaking. Gas-generating plant form. Target creates beneficial gases. Poisonous sap keeps it from being eaten by most creatures. Of course, if this were Genshin Impact, the, getting attacked by Electro while standing in water would be very deadly. Yeah. I know what I'm doing. I know how to deal with them, but they are still pretty scary predators. There's another bomb slot that we gotta activate on Dark Aether first. Oh look, there is Dark Aether. Wait, can I actually reach that from here? I don't think I can. No, no. That's why you need the bridge. I think this is where we get introduced to the worst enemies. Okay, so they're still broadcasting to Umoth as well. Plant. An Ing Sphere cache. Interesting. It's spherical! Spherical! Oh, crap nuggets. I deserve that. The Dark Phlogus. Also known as a Puddle Spore in Metroid Prime 1. There we go. Oh. Now, we can't use that bridge right now, because we don't have the super missiles. But we can go back to the light world. And now meet the worst enemies in the entire game. They don't like sticking around very long. The good news is you don't actually have to kill them. They'll just leave on their own at some point. The Dark Pirate Commandos. Darkling-possessed elite space pirate. Increased combat ability due to symbiotic presence. Able to phase out of local time-space. The Ing prize the few pirate commandos they manage to take alive. Only Hunter Ings are allowed to possess the commandos, and the competition for that right is fierce among them. Wait, they actually have a hierarchy system? Crap, maybe they are actually evil. The Hunter Ing's ability to phase out of local time-space carries over to the Dark Pirate Commando. They will fire bursts of dark matter at enemies, along with experimental EMP grenades stolen from the space pirates. Oh, that's right. This is the one where Dark Beam is surprisingly effective, because, you know, they're Dark Pirate Commandos. But you actually want to use Dark Beam against them. If you can. Ideally. Oh, there we go. Oh, come on! Because you can freeze and then just kill them with a missile. Oh, come on. There we go. That was the enemy I was thinking of. It wasn't a boss. It was the Dark Pirate Commandos. Finding out that the Dark Beam can work that well on Dark Space Pirate Commandos is a life-changing experience. Would you please go? Do what I tell you. Sporb. Oh, yeah, there's a grapple point that I can't use yet. Kinetic orb? As in a morphing ball? Oh, I don't want to be there right now. Here we go. Green? I can't read green. Denzium. Jump scare. Wait. DRN 777, where'd you go? That's right, there's also Shriek Bats. You get any of them? I mean, I know I got them, but are they going to give me... They're not going to give me Dark Beam weapons. E. It's the only E that we've picked up in this whole episode so far. Oh, crap. I don't know why they're back in action after such a short... They're back in action too, really? All you just get hacked. What are these? The device is part of a compromised security system. Only basic door systems remain online. Ah. Uh-oh. Space pirates! I figured you probably dodged that. Yeah, not much of a skybox to look at this time. But this is the Torvus Temple. We're already there. Uh-oh. There we go. Veteran mode is no problem. Maybe the space pirates were a bigger deal in this game than I remember. Super missiles! As before, there are going to be other special missile attacks in the game, but this is the only one that's mandatory. I bet the next door is going to be a super missile door. Oh my, look at that. We have to use the item we just picked up. Yay. Why in the blazes is that being treated as its own separate entity? That's right, we haven't met the Hunter Ings yet. They're a pain in the butt, right up there with with Dark Pirate Commandos. Another ghost. A great warrior comes to the Temple of Torvus. May you succeed where I failed. I am Avok, the last sentinel of this temple. Heed my words carefully. As you can see, this temple has been crippled by the ravages of war. While the main chamber has been mostly preserved, the remainder of the temple has been flooded. You must use your abilities to venture into these flooded areas and find the keys you need to enter the Dark Temple. The waters of Dark Aether are foul and venomous. Avoid them if you can. I've updated your translator module. You can access devices and doors coded with emerald holograms. Search the area is now open to you. Lubinoth can do a lot of things when they're dead. The Ings will seek your light with great zeal. Do not underestimate them. The time for talk is over. Good hunting, and may the light of Aether guide your aim. I've only had 3 forgetting where things are so far, and 1 today. I say that because I'm probably going to stop this session pretty soon. This is where you could really get jump scared if you're not careful. You know what? This is wasteful, but... Super Missile! It's not that wasteful if you get it right back. I believe this is our next destination. Yeah. Bios getting complete. Scan results incomplete. Target corpse has taken heavy chemical damage. There are some similarities to digestive fluids found in several creatures. Something may have tried to eat the corpse, yet was unable to finish. Ugh. What unknown chemicals? The waters of dark aether? Did he make it back here to the light world just in time to not be able to survive those chemicals? Oh, there's Preeds. And apparently they were made by space pirates. Use as patrol animals. Yes. Patrol animals. I look at that and I think animal. Sometimes we will run into the dark variant of an enemy before we do the light variant. Okay, well, this was a short one. But I'm just glad to get a little bit more content out. Last one before I turn 30, and yeah, I think I am going to interrupt the flow of this slightly and come up with something special for my birthday stream. So look forward to that. Until then.
Hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good day.
All right. Metroid rules. I'll see you again in a few days.